Hello. Hello. How are we doing? Testing, testing. Oh, okay. Right. Hello. Just getting into the chat now. Let's see who's around. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. We've got Mouse Nation. I've just uploaded a beaver for you. I wasn't sure whether you've seen it. So I know there's been a bit of a lack of beaver lately. I was just mixing it up. Okay. So we have... Oh, Jem's been a member for 3 months. Oh, Mouse Nation is first. There you go. Hello, Mouse Nation, darling. Hello, Freeside. Hello, Kate. Thank you for being a member. Jem, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Thank you, darling. Paris. Hello, hon. How are you doing? Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. We've got Brett, the settlement. Sup, Rabbit. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. I keep missing you live, and that's just because you go live at like 3 a.m. my time. So if I wake up in the night, I do pop in though. Okay, we've got Bridget Blaine. Hello, darling. How are you doing? We've got, I'm back. My YouTube tab just closed, now reopened. YouTube's acting really bizarre, isn't it, hon? Bev Berry, how are you feeling, sweetheart? I know you wasn't very well. How are you feeling now, darling? Tony G. Anyone? Yes, I thought it was my phone. Oh my God. So it's you as well. I was just watching UK column. It just kept freezing and I gave up. I thought it was my phone. Okay. So who else do we have here? We got Jem. I've said hello to Jem. Cornish Chippy. Good to see you. Good to see you. You always make me want fish and chip. Well, I don't eat fish anymore, but Troll Detector. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Keep up the great work, mate. Keep up the great work. Hello, we have Mima, another member. Hello, my darling. How you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. Andrew Tomlinson. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. John Holiday. Hello. Is that your real name? That's an awesome name, isn't it? The Happy Father. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you're okay. We've got Otto in the house. All seeing Otto. We've got Tel 77. Hopefully you aren't 77 Brigade, but I've seen you about and you seem all right to me. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Is that you on the picture? You are a hottie, aren't you? Other side of life. Hello, my friend. Another member in the house. Good to see you. I'm doing something special for the members soon, but there'll be more news on that coming up. We've got the beautiful Kate. Hello, sweetheart. How you doing, darling? So I'm a little bit late. I was washing my hair. I actually really was. So I've got a towel on my head. So I might have to nip away and dry it in a minute. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I could do that when Jane comes up. Jane is going to come up and talk to us about the train derailment in Ohio. Jane knows a lot more about that than me. So Jane is in Ohio. I did suggest possibly being a roving reporter, but we don't really want her walking around the toxic gas. But she's as close as anyone's going to get to that. So there you go. We've got Picking Gaz. Hello, my friend. We've got Steve Ragnarok in the house, Northern Ireland. DJ Rockford's here. Hello, how you doing, bud? We've got Mouse Nation, as we know. Blackjack, where's Blackjack? Why can't I see Blackjack? Can't see him, but he's here somewhere because people are saying hello to him. Why can't I see him? How bizarre. Ted is here. Hello, Ted. How you doing? How weird. I can't see Blackjack. Is he here? We got Daffy Blue Stripes. That's an interesting name. Hello, welcome. Daffy Duck in the house. I can't see near the top. Well, it's gone off my thing now. But anyway, Blackjack, if you're here, hello. And Ted is here as well. So welcome, everybody. I think we've done it all now. Jane is here. Hello, my darling. Thank you for being a member. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Jane is going to join us shortly. I'm going to update you on the latest. And did I say, yeah, if you, Jem, I did reply, if you can use my other Facebook, because I'm going to get rid of that family one because too many people are going into it now. So I'm going to get rid of that because people are going in and they're stealing photos of my child. And there's no, hello, Surf, how you doing, mate? There's no way of locking it down. So I'm just going to use my other one. So message me on my other one, guy. What was that? That's Oscar. Message me on my other one, the one that I have just purely for social media. Okay, because there's too many weirdos about. So if you message me on the other one, I'll get that sooner. I don't check the other one very often. Hello, Steve Griffiths. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Good to see you. Are you new? I think you are, but new people are welcome. And we've got Sid on the net, Bunny. Hello, Sid. I was hoping you'd be here. I know I had to put it back a little bit. Apologies. Sadly, it's a shroomer honeypot, says Mouse Nation. It is it's Cosmic Water. Hello, Cosmic. Oscar's just come out, just jumped over something in the lounge. I just heard like an elephant. We call him the elephant. You should hear him. He wakes me up all night. I never get much sleep. He comes in all the time, bounding around. It's like an elephant when he comes in the bedroom. He's very loud, especially on this hard floor. Okay, so we're going to do tonight. We've got a jam-packed show. So we're going to look at the latest on the missing lady. Let's pray to God that they find her. But there's been a few developments, and they are quite worrying. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on the latest development. I don't know how you guys feel, but I smell bullshit somewhere on this, and I'll tell you why in a moment. And I hope I'm wrong. I really, really do. Okay, I'm just going to get into this now. We're going to get the latest up on what's going on. I've already been put on a limited warning because I said hello. Honestly, trolls, is that if you've got nothing better to do with your time, then it gets over every single time this happens without fail. YouTube will always override it after the stream. So it really is pointless, but there you go. Anyway, here we go. So let's get into this now. The latest, and Jane will be joining us shortly. Okay, so there's been should I say, okay, so in my opinion, the way the police have handled this is a joke. Hello, Pandora Fossils, welcome to the stream. Hello, Christian Gilleps. I can't say that. You're Ghost, aren't you? But it's so confusing. Okay, let's get this up. What shall I call you? Shall I call you Christian? Is that okay? Hello, beautiful Aja. How you doing, darling? Have you not streamed lately? I do love your streams. Okay, so this is the missing lady, Nicola Bulley, who vanished at the side of the river. Now, the police have made a massive, in my opinion, another huge cock up. Okay, so you know that they said that she just, hello, Louie, how are the bunnies? They are doing absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. Hello, Hunter, welcome. How you doing? Is that AJOT? Let me just check. Is this the real AJOT? Yeah, okay. I'm just giving you a wrench, AJOT, darling. Are you staying, hon? If you're staying, I'll give you a wrench. So a lot of people just say hi, you know. Cynthia Cliffia. Hello, Cynthia. How you doing? Okay, Gillespie. It's an Irish name. Gillespie. Can I just call you Christian? It's easier. Hello, Hunter. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so this is really, really getting bizarre now, and I'm going to tell you why. They came out originally and said that they were adamant that there was no crime being committed, no crime whatsoever. Okay, it's okay, sweetheart. You don't have to stay. I'll give you a wrench anyway in case you do. Welcome again, Paris, to the stream. Call me Christian. Okay, that's easier, isn't it? Okay, so just for those, hello, David Wellings, not to be mixed up with the David Wells. Hello, welcome to the stream. Okay, so when everyone has a spanner, no one has a spanner. Well, now they do, because you can have super moderators now that can go and over any normal moderator. So there you go. Okay, so this lady disappeared, vanished into thin air. Now, this has been over 2 weeks. The police said that she was 1,000,000% not abducted. There was no third person involved, and that she just vanished, and they think that she fell in the water. Then experts came out and said the water's very shallow. If she'd fallen in, she would have very easily swam, and the dog would have swum in after her. People have been speculating about her being taken, the husband, blah, 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 the husband's shifty behaviour. Now, all of a sudden yesterday, out the blue, the police have now decided to reveal that she was a vulnerable person. Now, all they had to do originally was say, listen, when she first went missing, if they had said she's a vulnerable person, nobody would have questioned what those vulnerabilities are. Okay, but because they didn't do that, they said she was on a team meeting, she was rearranging play dates with her friends for the children, she dropped the children off to school, a completely normal person with a seemingly normal, possibly very good life, and she's vanished. So what they've done now, they've gone the opposite. They've gone from revealing no information to revealing a lot of information. And methinks they are trying to discredit her now as a mother. They said that 17 days ago, 17 days before she went missing, the police were called because she was drunk. They said she was going through the menopause, she was drinking, and her family have now reacted to this. So let's see what her family have had to say, and then we'll discuss.
Lancashire Police released this in the last few moments. As we approach the 3-week anniversary of Nicola Bulley going missing on Friday, the 27th of January,
hello, Matthew,
we remain committed to doing everything we can to find her. Our sole focus throughout the investigation has been to find Nicola, to bring her home, and to support her family through the trauma they are experiencing. The most important person in all of this is Nicola. Nicola's family have asked us to issue a statement from them. The family said, "It has now been 3 weeks since Nikki went missing. We as a family believe that the public focus has become distracted from finding Nikki and more about speculation and rumours into her and Paul's private life. As a family, we were aware beforehand that Lancashire Police last night released a statement with some personal details about our Nikki. Although we know that Nikki would not have wanted this, there are people out there speculating and threatening to sell stories about her. This is appalling and needs to stop. The police know the truth about Nikki, and now the public need to focus on finding her. Due to the perimenopause, Nikki suffered with significant side effects such as brain fog, restless sleep, and was taking HRT to help.
They're trying to blame it on her now.
Headaches, which caused Nikki to stop taking the HRT, thinking that they may have helped her, but only ended up causing this crisis. The public focus has to be on finding her and not making up wild theories about her personal life. Despite what some media outlets and individuals are suggesting, we are being updated daily and receive support from our family liaison officers. Nikki is such a wonderful daughter, sister, partner, and mother, and is missed dearly. We all need you back in our lives. Nikki, we hope you are reading this, and we know that we love you so much, and your girls want a cuddle. We all need you home. You can reach out to us, or you can contact missingpeople.org.uk. Don't be scared. We all love you. So
now they're trying to make out that she's done a runner, and that she's like disappeared, as in off her own back. Now, I don't like this at all. They spent 2.5 weeks saying that she'd fallen in, and they were adamant that there was no third person involvement. Now that it's been categorically proven that she did not fall in, by the fact that there's no marks, that the dog's not wet. They've had specialists look over the river with specialist equipment, and they've said that no, there's nobody in there, and there's no way that anyone could have drowned in that water and not shown up along the river. Okay, so now they've got to think of something else. Why won't they just say that they are open to anything? They will not say that she could have been abducted. They now blame it on alcohol. They said that she had an alcohol problem, that she was going through the perimenopause, that Appalling levels of speculation and rumours about a private life. The family said she suffered from brain fog. What's this got to do with the price of fish? There's something, this case, right? I don't know about you guys. I'm going to read chat in a sec. That there is something wrong here. They are diverting anything and everything away from the fact that she could have been taken. Now, we're not saying she has been, but why aren't the police open to this? Why are they so adamant that she was not taken? Now, I had a thought today. I was talking to Al about this, and something popped into my head, and I'll tell you what it was. What if, okay, and again, it's just a big what if. I had a thought. What if one of these police officers are involved? Now, we had that a couple of years ago where we had that copper that's recently gone down for the murder of that lady, Sarah. Can someone remind me of her full name, please? John Legend. It's as though the police are doing anything to protect themselves. This is what's making me think there's more to this. Is this a case of they know it's one of them and they don't want it getting out because of what's been happening? It's been in the news a lot lately that police officers have been serial killers, serial rapists. There's so many police officers that are getting put in prison, and it's all been covered up. And we had that lady who was murdered, and he was a serial bloody murderer. Now, I'm not saying this is what's happening, folks. I'm just saying, is this a possibility? Because there's obviously a reason why the police do not want us discussing this lady could have been taken. Yeah, that's it, Wayne Couzens, and he murdered that lady because they already know and don't want to acknowledge it. They have literally gone along and said from the beginning, hello, Redscape. They have gone along from the beginning and said that there's nothing to see here. There was no crime scene. There was no crime committed, and that this lady has just vanished into thin air. There is more chances of that than the UFOs taking her. Has anybody thought about the UFOs? Hello, Shirley, darling. There's all these UFOs going on, and there's people disappearing. Now, I've been told, and I haven't researched it enough, but I'm going to be bringing it to you on another show. There was a man who went missing along that river just 2 weeks before Nicola did. If anyone's got any details on him, let me know. His name was Peter something. I've had someone send me something and I can't find it now. The link's gone. Apparently, a guy called Peter something went missing 2 weeks previous from that area, and nobody's talking about this guy. Nobody cares about this guy because it's a man. Why is that? We're going to hear the police now talk about why that she was high risk. So I think this is the interview with the police. Let's just see. So Paul, that the partner, has told the police that she's an alcoholic. She's going through the menopause and she's come off her HRT. Why is this all coming out now? What is going on here? There's something. Surely all of this cannot be incompetence.
Identified as the senior investigating officer. At that time, we reviewed all the information that had been gathered in the days prior to her being reported. And as any senior investigating officer does, we form a number of hypotheses, that is, scenarios which are possible from the information to hand.
Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Are you not seeing this interview? Apologies. I think it's opened up a new tab. Yeah, it has. I know it hasn't. Are you guys seeing this interview? Hang on a minute. It's really quiet, isn't it? I can barely hear it. I can't get any higher. No, Penny, no audio. Really? I can hear it, but it's very quiet. Okay, let me see if I can do it again. Hold on. Okay. Let's get this back. Another thing, what I've been told as well, which is really interesting, let me just stop that, is that apparently this lady here, this senior investigating officer, has only just come forward as being her. They would not name her. Let's try this again. Sorry, folks. Let me know if you can see it now.
As soon as she was reported missing,
Can't go
following
any
the
louder.
information that was provided to the police by her partner Paul, and based on a number of specific vulnerabilities that we were made aware of, Nicola was graded as high risk. That is normal in a missing person from investigation with the information we were in possession of. She was immediately treated as a MISPA, and then on the Monday, the 30th of January, I was identified as the senior investigating officer. At that time, we reviewed all the information that had been gathered in the days prior to her being reported. And as any senior investigating officer does, you form a number of hypotheses, that is, scenarios which are possible from the information to hand. Those hypotheses included the one that she possibly could have gone into the river, that there could have been third-party involvement, and lastly, that she could have left the area voluntarily. Those hypotheses have remained in place throughout, are reviewed regularly, as is normal with any SIO running a major investigation.
Okay, so that was that interview there that apparently opened a new window, and I didn't know, so that's my apologies for that. Okay, why you can trust Sky News. So, missing mother of two, Nicola Bulley, had suffered significant issues with alcohol. Why would they come out with this now, making this high risk? And apparently, hello Raz, how you doing, mate? Just a few days ago, this is another thing that I found really interesting. On Instagram, there's a guy on Instagram who's following this. Now, I'm going to get this picture up here. Let me just send it to you guys. It's changing, constantly changing. This, you know, I just can't. There's something really bizarre going on. Nobody in the police or anybody will actually acknowledge the fact that there could be somebody has taken this lady. Why won't they acknowledge that fact? I don't get it. What are people saying in chat? Hello, Keith James. Good to see you. Hello, Raz. I think you might be right, Hunter. I think there's more chance. Well, that to me makes him even more suspicious. I've already said there's more chance of aliens at this point than someone just falling in that river and disappearing. But there's a guy on Instagram here. Let me just get this up and share it for you guys. And let me know what you think. Here you go. He said, this was yesterday or the day before, that he has been trying to get information from the police that who the investigating officer was, and they wouldn't say. So this guy here on Instagram had a long chat with the police. This was a day ago. Had a long chat with the Lancashire Press Office today, and astonishing 4 days after asking, they are still refusing to publicly name the senior investigating officer, so the person in charge of the case. Why? I've never encountered such secrecy and bad media management. This is really, really bizarre. So that was her then. So that's the first time we've actually seen her. We've usually had the head of the police force coming out. The aliens, it's the aliens. Dr. David Bulley's here. The police are hiding something, says Mouse Nation. I agree. Police involved, says Hunter. Blackjack says, if they never find a body, they can't arrest the partner with money problems. This is another thing Ellen has been saying, that she had money problems. Now, has anyone got anything of this? Is there any truth to it? Oh, right, okay. Al's just sent me something. Okay, AI, if you're there. Been risky from day one. Now, they're now trying to say she's wandered off. So there is something very, very wrong going on here. It just makes no sense. None of it makes any sense. I can hear Nini. No, it's the fan. The fan is going on my laptop for some reason. Maybe it's Lucy. Lucy, are you trying to come through, love? We don't have Paz though. But talking about her menopause, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know at this point what to say. Something is very, very wrong. So apparently they touched on there that there are people wanting to sell their stories about her. So if that's true, then shame on them, you know. Okay, let me just see what if there's anything new before we move on. The police, apparently the family are very upset about this, that they're coming out with a personal life. The Qatar links. Piss off, Lucy, we're talking, says Terry Knowles. There's something not right, guys. I just don't know. And this, I'm sorry, Bridget Blaine, there's something about the husband. Now, has anybody heard about this other guy that's gone missing? Has anybody heard about this? Let me have a quick search. Just give me 1 sec. Has anyone got any details? Do they know his name? Because his name was Peter, but I don't know what his last name was. It began with a B. Has anyone got any details of this? Okay, let me just have a quick look. Okay, I think I've found it now. Just give me a minute. Apparently, he went missing from the exact same spot. And no one cares. No one's mentioned him. I think this is him. Hold on. Let me just get this up. Now, are we dealing with a serial killer here? And the police don't want us to know. 69 watching. Can we get 69 likes to match the 69 who misses? You know how much the trolls get wound up by that? Is it on a ley line? That is a very good point. Only what you've said, Penny says, Andy, Tim Barnes. Yeah, I've heard about him. He was the partner of the other Nicola that went missing. Interesting addition to this, yeah. So there's another missing man. I think this is him, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's just see. Moseley Common, is that where the lady went missing? Can anyone help here? Her husband had money problems. Yeah, I did hear about that, and his company accounts were overdue, and his company got struck off. Did she have life insurance? Is another thing that people are asking. Was it Moseley Common she went missing? I'm not sure. We need to try and find out. Do they know it's a dinghy diver? That's a very good point. DJ Rotford, very good point indeed. Could it be a dinghy diver? We need Alex Belfield on the case, but he's not here. A husband had money problems, says Hunter. Yeah, I did hear that. He hasn't got friends and family in high places like this lady. That's why this case is all over the news. And it's because it's a female and it just sounds better. There's a good chance that this is to do. Some people are agreeing. Can you see how it's good when we get together and we just discuss things, you know? And we're not speculating on what's happened. We're just discussing the possibilities. We're brainstorming. Okay, so if this is the same guy, which I think it could be, he went missing. Peter Baglin, this is it. This is definitely him. Brainstorming. Yeah, exactly, Mouse Nation. Another bent copper at large. That's what I was just saying, Paul. There's a chance that there's another bent copper and they're trying to cover this up. You don't know, do you? Okay, so police still have no leads in the desperate search for a family man who disappeared after going out for a walk. Moseley Common. I'm telling you, this is the guy. Okay, there's the link there. There is another man, and he's not getting the attention. Why? There was a major search operation underway with the Bridgewater Canal and woodland around Boothstown among the areas being combed by specialist teams. Some of Peter's belongings, including his hat, phone, bank cards, house key, headphones, and an empty bottle of whiskey, were later recovered somewhere near to the canal embankment. So this guy went missing. The last sighting of him was the 28th of December. So it was a few weeks before, and it was at a Texaco garage, Moseley Common. Okay, so this is him here. So this guy has vanished. Now, could this guy be involved in this? Could it be him? I'm not saying, I'm just speculating, not speculating, but I'm just brainstorming, should we say. You know, he's gone missing as well. What is going on? I think there is government, but there is something going on that they are, hello, Hollow Batman, that they are trying to cover up. So I think we need to be looking at this. Why isn't this guy all over the news? What, because he's a man, because he's a middle-aged white man, straight white male? Why? He was a granddad, a great granddad, so he was getting on then. He wasn't middle-aged, but, you know, 67. So he went missing, and then this lady went missing a couple of weeks later in the same area. He went for a walk, apparently. So there's another article here. I just want you home. Heartbroken wife makes direct plea to husband. Let's have a look at the comments, and if people are talking about it in the comment section, they probably have deleted it. Just seeing if anyone's, yeah. Why is this not headline news? This was 4 days ago. 4 days ago. Why is this not headline news like Nicola Bulley's case? Why is her case so overwhelmingly on the front of everything, yet his poor wife is just left to wonder where her husband is? This guy's got a very, very good point. I've often thought about why he's even attempted. He went out on a freezing night. I don't know what that is. Some guy can't write properly. He's with his mistress as his wife is a witch. That's bad, man. But these people are writing these comments. That should have been deleted. And people having a go at him, rightly so. So people are asking the question: why is this guy not getting any coverage? You know, it's very, very bizarre. Are the cases linked? So it's Peter Baglin is his name. If anyone's got any information on this, now I've got his name. I'm going to write Peter Baglin here. Missing man Peter Baglin. And then I'm going to put Nicola Bulley in and see if there's any links. Okay, so just yesterday in the Sun, my husband went, here we go, trapped in torment. My husband vanished like Nicola Bulley just weeks before, and his phone was found by the river. Now, apparently, Nicola Bulley had very distinctive car keys as well, with a wooden key fob. That's missing as well. Why were car keys not in the car? Where are they? Where, you know, there's so many questions about this. But the police don't seem to want to be asking the questions. Why is that? It makes no sense. What do you think, folks? Let me know in the live chat or in the comments, if you're in the comment section. It's just so bizarre. It really, really, really is. It just makes no sense. I'm praying to God that this lady's found. Let's just hope, let's just pray that she is, and that the guy's found as well. So anyway, there's a 16-year-old girl missing in Nottingham since the first week of Jan, but it's not on the news, says Ted. This is very, very strange. So if anything else comes in with that one, I will let you all know. Okay, so I'll be letting you know. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to send Jane the link, and we're going to get Jane up. Now, Jane knows a lot more than I do about this. So what we're going to do, we're going to get Jane up. So let me just send her the link. I won't be a sec. One sec. I'm just going to send it over. Jane has got a lot more information. Jane is in Ohio. She's our roving reporter. She knows a lot more about this than I do. I'm going to, Jane, if that's okay, when you're just explaining this, I'm just going to quickly go and sort my hair out because I've got a towel on my head. It's making me feel really cold. I'm just going to send Jane the StreamYard. And she sent me a load of information. So let's get up on the stream. So there we are, the latest Nicola Bulley. There is also a missing man, as you can see. We don't know what is going on. We don't. the story is changing constantly. It is constantly changing, and now they're trying to blame it on alcohol and HRT. You could not make this shit up, folks. You really, really could not make this shit up. So here we go. Jane is here. I'm just going to get one of these. Hello, Jane, love.
Hi, hon. How you doing?
I'm okay, sweetheart. How are you?
Oh, I'm well. I still have a gravelly voice because I'm dealing with respiratory. But
Oh
other than
no, Jane, if you're too poorly,
no,
um, you don't
again,
need to do this.
I sound bad. I don't really feel bad. I just sound
Right.
bad.
Oh, thank you, Shirley. She's just shared your channel. Did you upload anything, Jane, to your channel? I don't think. Do you? If you do, I've
No,
missed.
I have a cat video there from ages ago. But other than that,
Oh,
no, I
thank
don't. But thank you.
you,
I sh-
sweet. Right. Okay, Jane. I'm just going to nip out. Oh, she's gone again. Oh no, not this again. Not this again, Jane. Not this again. Right. Okay. She's back. She's back. Jane is back. Hello, Jane, darling. What happened?
I kicked myself out again. I am so inept sometimes. I am so sorry.
Isn't it bizarre? Was it you that did it, or do you think that
And no, I think I
Lucy
did
is
it because
involved?
no, I think I did it. I was, searching around and I need to stop that on the cell phone because it kicks me out.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And so it was me. I'm sure. And other than that, either Lucy doesn't want me being here, one or the other.
Yeah. Well, hello, Paul. I find it really bizarre, Jane, that Lucy actually came on the other day and said that other beings are coming, and then the next day we had these UFOs.
That was odd. I agree.
Hello,
I was
Ellen.
kind of
Darling.
intrigued by that.
Now I keep on hearing some weird echoing. This is the lovely Jane. Paris says, could the man have been having an affair with the woman? That's a very good point. Got rid of the she went missing. The husband is a big guy. Paris, yeah, you're welcome to put it out there because it is another option. Yeah, it's a point. Could there be a connection? Nobody is talking about this. Why is that? They're not UFO. Well, they're unidentified, aren't they? Has anyone thought about the aliens? Oh, thank you, Shirley, darling. Has anyone thought about the aliens that could have taken her as well? There's a story that I'm going to be putting on my Curious Bunny channel tonight, an interview. I don't think I've uploaded it yet. An interview, hello Sam, that a lady did in Derbyshire, and she's got UFOs going over as well. Who keeps deleting my comments? No one's deleting your comments, Michael. It's YouTube. It's not us. That's the first comment I've seen. YouTube does this all the time. It deletes most things I say. You have to word things really, really carefully. YouTube just deletes it. So I don't think anyone's deleting any comments anyway. I'll double check. I can't see anything missing. Not me on it, says Nice Nation. Okay, so I'm going to just pop in. I'll be a couple of minutes, Jane, because
Okay.
is that okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I can talk about this because it's really involved, unfortunately, and it's really frightening.
Can you give us a... Oh, well, Shirley, I appreciate you, hon. I really do. Jane, could you give people the basic, just to give us a basic overview of it, and then just so people that might not have heard of this are aware of what's actually happened.
Yeah, I can try. And I'm watching comments, so if anybody has any questions, please put it in the comments and I'll try and answer it.
Okay, if anyone's got any questions for Jane, so Jane is in Ohio. She's our roving reporter, but she's not obviously at the actual scene because she wouldn't be here. But she's as close as she can get. She's travelled all the way to Ohio. No, she lives there really, and she's there just for us. It does, Mouse Nation, the YouTube constantly. It's the trolls mass reported everything I do. Okay, I'll be back shortly then, Jane. I'm going to mute a minute. And
Okay.
please keep the comments going, and you know, keep talking to Jane, because she's on her own for a minute. So no pressure, Jane. They'll look after you.
Oh, okie dokie. We'll see you soon. Okay. All right. East Palestine, Ohio, just to give you an idea. I can't bring up a map or anything, unfortunately, but East Palestine sits on the very eastern edge of Ohio, and it's just across the border is Pennsylvania, and really Pittsburgh is not that far from East Palestine. So Pennsylvania residents are going to be affected by this too. Palestine has only like about 5,000 residents in it. It's a real small community. Um, so what happened? There was a car of a train car, and it was very long. It was 150 train cars. Yes, this is about the train derailment, and it's actually going back about 2 weeks now. It was pulled by 3 engines. So this is a very large car of trains. It was going at a higher speed. Um, it wasn't rated as carrying hazardous materials, but it was carrying hazardous materials. Um, there's video out there, and I passed some of this to Penny, that shows 20 miles before um, the train derailed, you can see sparks flying out from the undercarriage from a CCTV. Um, Supposedly, there's boxes along the way that monitor the train and then electronically send that information to the engineer of whether or not they should stop the train because something's wrong. We don't know whether the box was even working to notify the engineer to stop the train. He did definitely after a lot of it, 50 of the cars derailed. Of those 50 cars, 10 were carrying hazardous materials. So anyway, sorry for all the ohms. uh, it, what happened is that they were carrying um, materials that are hazardous, the most being vinyl chloride. And these cars are kept cool for the train because otherwise they will explode. Well, when the train derailed, the cars started heating up because the refrigeration units weren't working. So instead of making certain that, you know, somehow the cars were kept cool, they decided in their brilliance that they were going to dig a trough, which they did. They dug a trench, and they dumped all this hazardous material out of the train cars and put it in the trench. And there was, let me see how many, 1 million pounds, 1 million pounds of vinyl chloride that was dumped onto the ground, which that comes to 450 kilograms, because I know you guys don't do pounds necessarily. It was huge. And then, so that it wouldn't explode, they decided to set it on fire, which has caused problems. So what was in it was, the big things were vinyl chloride, uh, butyl acetate, hydrogen chloride, ethanol acrylate, and isobutylene. I'm sorry for my pronunciation. What happens? 3 of these chemicals, vinyl chloride being a big part of them. Vinyl chloride's a carcinogen, and in exposure to large doses can cause liver cancer. But 3 of these chemicals, vinyl chloride being the most, it breaks down with sunlight to, it does break down with sunlight to formaldehyde. But some of the symptoms that people get are dizziness, drowsiness, headaches, nausea, respiratory problems, ear, nose, and throat irritation. The problem is when you burn vinyl chloride, it becomes something called phosphogen, and it's released from the burning. And at first, it causes something. It causes a compound we haven't heard since the war. It's mustard gas. So then, when they burned it, mustard gas was released, and then eventually, and that stays real low to the ground. And that's why there's animals that are dying, fish, all sorts of small game, but it's also affecting the deer and the horses, as well as people, of course. Um, there was one woman, her cat was 2 years old. She took it to the vet because it was having problems. He said it had underlying heart conditions, but it had to be put down because of the vinyl chloride contamination. It it caused it to, have heart problems. A woman put her dog out in the backyard. She hadn't seen the dog, for a while. It wouldn't come back, so she went out and she searched her yard and she found it dead in her yard. People's chickens are dying, their foxes are dying, the rabbits are dying. The fish, 35,000 fish have been, there's loads of video of that, are dead. Oh, really, Mouse Nation, I didn't know chemotherapy is mustard gas. And what happened, we were all under a 200-mile radius. I'm about 150 miles from it to the west. It was a 200-mile radius that was under the umbrella of it being a problem. Now, not so much. It's going up to the northeast, but it's going into Pennsylvania, it's going into New York State, and it's going up into Canada. They're saying that the air quality is fine, but I don't believe it, and neither do any of the other people believe it. They've come and they said, well, the drinking water is fine, but you shouldn't really, any of the residents and people, in a nearby 20-mile radius shouldn't really drink the water. Yeah, birds dropping dead too.
This is horrendous. Sorry, I'm going to look for some footage while you're talking, Jane.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, sweetheart, I'm back now.
Yeah, it is horrible. So they're saying that this is actually, it's tainted the ground. It's now falling down in places with rain as acid rain, because that's another secondary problem with it. And so what can this do? When it's being released up to the northeast, then it's going into the ground, it's going into the air, it's going into the soil. So what kind of repercussions could this, in the future bring? Because it could even be for people that are hunters, because the deer out there are going to be affected by this, as the farming can be affected by this. It's gotten into the ground, it's gotten into the water. Do I know why I'm ill, Aaron, or Ellen? I just think it's springtime here, and I have a problem. The temperatures are going back and forth, and I've always had problems with my sinuses. So I'm putting it off to that. Though I was outside a couple of days ago, and I was so nauseous, I had to come in, which is another side effect of it. So I don't know.
How far away are you, Jane? I'm just going to play this in the background. I've got the sound on low, but people can read the
yeah, about 150 miles to about 150 miles to the
150,
west.
and they're saying that it's affecting 100-mile radius. Someone just said somewhere that could it be that there was a do we know what was in this? Could it be a case of
Yeah, I mean, at first, the railroad said that they didn't know what their cars were carrying. So, yeah, for 24 hours, they were oblivious to the cargo that they were transporting publicly. That's what they said. Yeah. And to the agencies, too. The Ohio government did not know either. And the train again was.
They said it now that they know what it is yet, or they still.
Oh, yeah. They know what it is now.
What are they saying it is now? Sorry.
Oh, real quick, Ellen, where were the chemicals being sent? All of these chemicals that are so hazardous are used in the making of plastics.
Right.
and
Okay.
it was being transported from Illinois through Indiana through Ohio to Pennsylvania, and
Just
it derailed here, in Ohio.
look at it. Can you smell anything from where you are? Is there any? Have you seen anything? Any dead animals, or is there any
I really
signs?
honestly did not go out for a week.
You didn't. Okay, I don't
No,
blame you.
I didn't. I didn't go out for a week.
It's
Um,
concerning though. And what about the people that live? Hello, Beckstalin. What about the people that live close by? Have they all been, have they all
yeah,
been removed or?
no, well, nearby there, I mean, they didn't, it was a voluntary evacuation. People weren't mass ordered to leave. It was voluntary. And there were people that stayed.
Wow.
Now, and I can understand why. It's more of a rural community. Again, there's only 5,000 residents, and the surrounding area, it's more rural. They really don't have city water. They drink from, well water, and they have animals. And that's why, it's not just regular cats and dogs pets. They have horses, they have chickens, they have goats, they have, farm animals. So
Yeah.
it's not like they can just, leave. Who would even take care of the animals? So a lot of people couldn't leave. And then there's others that were more in town that refused to leave. Now, what they had to do, because mustard gas sinks, they were
Mm.
afraid that people's basements were going to be like death traps, because the mustard gas would go into the basement, and if people went down there, you know, so
How has this
they,
been allowed to happen?
it's,
It's beyond, it beggars belief that this has been allowed to happen.
they're calling it the Ohio Chernobyl. This should be talked about everywhere. This is
Mm.
really, we don't know the long-term effects, and I don't believe them. They contradicted themselves about the drinking water. Now,
Mm.
East Palestine is about 12 miles north of the Ohio River, and one of the starting places. It starts in Pittsburgh. Okay, what has happened is that the river has now become polluted with these chemicals, and it's so, the river supplies people along the route of the Ohio River with 5 million people with their drinking water.
Wow. And are they letting people drink it?
Well, this is the thing. They're saying anybody around the East Palestine area should drink bottled water, and if they have well water, they shouldn't drink it at all.
Hello, Tom. Are the government providing any any
No,
financial
no,
support to buy the
government,
bottled water?
no, they won't,
People
because
just can't afford that, you know?
they're not deeming it of a level enough to do any relief. They're blaming it on the railroads, which it should be blamed on the railroads, but they're saying, well, the railroad has to clean it up.
This is awful. Now, what's happened in Syria and Turkey is utterly horrendous. But there's you've got this sort of disaster happening on your own soil. Why aren't the American government helping these people as well? These people deserve support just as much as the Syrian, and everyone deserves support. If this happened in another country, the Americans and the UK would be helping. I can tell you that now. They just don't seem to want to help our own ever.
I agree. I totally agree. Now, they did have, it turns out, a town hall last night. DeWine is our governor. He had a news conference about a week ago, and a reporter got verbal with him louder, trying to ask him questions that he wasn't going to answer. He was taken out of the room, laid down on the floor, and arrested.
Wow.
Taken away.
That's totally, I can't say that word.
Totalitarian.
Yeah, totally. I can't say it. I'll leave it to you. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely
Yeah,
shocking.
and then they released him right afterwards, and DeWine said, "Oh, he was just being a little loud. It was okay. We released him." And it's like, no, he was trying to question the governor, and so he was let out. And there was actually a town hall. It was originally said to be canceled, but there was one held last night. And the citizens of East Palestine was at the local school in the gymnasium. They filled it up The governor was there along with people that, were different tables to, talk to the residents. No cameras and no media was allowed in at all, which is wrong.
Yeah,
And then secondly, none of the people, the railroad is called Norfolk Southern is the name of the railroad. And there wasn't anybody from Norfolk Southern there at the meeting. And they said they didn't want to appear because they feared for their safety.
do you have
as
any
well they should.
suspicions there's more to this, Jane? Do you think this was done on purpose?
No, I don't think it was done on purpose. What happened is right before Christmas, the railroad people were going to strike here. The union people were going to strike. And it was a real big deal because a lot of goods are still moved by rail in this country. And the union did, finally accept an agreement for the railway workers. But what has happened is, like everything else, there's less people that they want to do more of the work. And, there's no way, there was a video in one of those embedded articles that I sent you, one of the first ones.
Good night, Kate, darling. I'm going to get them up now, sweetheart. While you're talking.
Yeah, that actually shows 20 miles beforehand that the cars were on fire. So, we don't know whether the equipment wasn't working. There used to be people that lined the track every now and then and could report to see if the train was working all right. But they've taken those people away and they've put electronic equipment in place. And we don't know if the electronic equipment was even working that night to even notify the conductor.
This is awful. I'll tell you what I have just found. I'm just not sure what... which I've just found one of the things you sent me, and that's the details about this. This is from the CDC, and this is, thank you, Sid. Sid, you're so kind.
Oh, you're sweet, Sid.
Sid, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me just put the link in for this. So this is on the CDC website, and this is what this gas that's been released. This is called phosgene gas, what Jane was saying, but here we've got it actually. I've linked it in so you can go and check this out for yourself and see exactly what this is. But basically it's a major industrial chemical. I know Jane has already gone through this, but I've just put this link in so you can actually see it for yourself. And it was used extensively during World War I as a choking pulmonary agent. So this is what is being released. It's basically, like you say, mustard gas. How people are exposed and then how it works. I can't believe that they actually use this. I think it's sickening that they actually use this on people, Nazis, but we did some pretty horrific things, including dropping the nuclear bomb,
Yeah.
So, just saying. Okay, so these are all the symptoms, and it says 3,500 fishes have died, which is just awful. You imagine all the wildlife. This entire area needs to be completely evacuated. People should be getting support, financial and health support, and they should be getting the animals out. And no one seems to give a damn. It's just. Has Biden commented on this, Hun?
Well, and the residents and the people in the area have been cautioned not to, be careful of what they signed from Norfolk Southern Railroad, because they're looking at mass lawsuits against the railroad. And they were urging
the animals, will it?
Yeah, no, they were urging people to go to the doctors. This was a week after this the wreck, to go to the doctors and get a baseline reading so that if any health incidents occur in the future, that they will have something to prove that it was from this railroad derailment.
Yeah, I get you. Get like a baseline, and then you can compare it to what they're going to be like in
They were telling people to do that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people have been affected? Do we know?
Well, millions, because it's headed up into Canada now, and it's headed down the Ohio River. Okay. I mean, in East Palestine, there's only 5,000 residents, but it's, they're at like ground zero,
Yeah.
but it's moving out. It's going down the Ohio River, which empties into the Mississippi at Illinois. All right. So they're looking at, it's like if you put a drop of grape in a glass of water, you're diluting it. So they're saying, oh, it's being diluted. And so then they go on, they contradict themselves because of course, they say, well, if water treatment plants, because 5 million people get their drinking water from the Ohio River, if they put extra chemicals in their water treatment facilities, then it should negate any of the carcinogens or poisons that, are in this glob that's coming down the Ohio.
This could go on for years, decades even.
Oh, it can, because the land and the water has been tainted. Yeah.
Yeah. There's
But
an
then
article here. Sorry, carry on, sweetheart.
but then they're saying that this glob, I wanted to finish up real quick on this,
Yeah,
the
carry on.
glob is traveling at about a mile an hour. And they're saying that when it passes the water treatment plants along its route, that the water treatment plant should shut down. Well, why are they shutting down if all they need to do is put some chemicals and everything's going to be fine?
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's an article that was put out yesterday on the 15th, and it says here, a major environmental disaster, this is Washington DC, is unfolding in East Palestine. What a name as well. I didn't know there was another Palestine. Ohio prompted environmental organizations to call on Governor Mike DeWine to declare a state of emergency. How come it hasn't already been declared a state of emergency? You know that the railroaders and so on are all going to be giving backhanders, don't you?
But when he declares it a state of emergency real quick, then he should get relief from our agency called FEMA. It's a federal emergency management agency. And he's declared it an emergency, but the federal government says that they won't help. It's Norfolk and Southern's problem.
It's just it's beyond belief.
It really is. It should be national, if not international news.
Exactly.
It seriously should.
Exactly. But this is why I think people were saying this happened, didn't it? This happened a couple of weeks ago, didn't it? And I remember sending this to you and saying, have you heard about this? And you says, yeah, this happened a couple of weeks ago. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do.
I said, I've only just heard about it. So this actually derailed, like the 3rd of Feb, but it's only now in the last week of people been seeing the actual the consequences of that. It's got here, people's health is yet unknown, but residents have reported experiencing nausea, shortness of breath, dizziness, and headaches. It has also been confirmed that the hazardous chemicals were spilled into the Ohio River, which covers 14 states and provides drinking water to more than 5 million people. So this has still not been declared a state of emergency. Now, are these balloons, Chinese balloons and UFOs, all a distraction? Because you imagine all the people that are going to get into serious shit about this. They're going to be panicking and they're going to be giving backhanders left, right, and centre, aren't they, to try and cover their backs?
Yeah. Well, and they're still trying to obviously quelch it because, even at that town hall last night, they wouldn't let in reporters.
Did you go to that, or was that at Ground Zero, or are they talking about
that was at East Palestine for the people in the area? No, I didn't go. But no, they wouldn't let reporters in at all. Yeah. So they're still trying to keep it down.
And are people near you talking about this as well? Like the people that
you wouldn't believe I'm only 150 miles to the west. In Columbus, it's a major city in the center of Ohio. This happened on the eastern edge of Ohio. It's hard to find information even here. I was talking to my friend about it last night, and he was going, you know so much. None of that's in the news here. And I said, I know it isn't. I'm having to go to sources that are in the area to get the information. Because even here, they're not reporting on it.
Yeah, there's not much here. They are talking about it, but they're not talking about it as much as the talking about the UFOs. You know, the UFOs is the big. But I feel that they are trying to play that down now with the UFOs. They keep showing the same stuff about weather balloons. They keep repeating this. It's about, oh, it's just a weather balloon without any evidence that it's a weather balloon.
Biden just came out and talked about those.
Yeah, I've just literally found this article here in the New York Times. Apparently Joe Biden, Mr. B-Day himself, has come out and now spoken about this. Apparently they're saying it's not the Chinese now. Are they going to go back to the UFO, the alien thing? Biden says 3 latest objects most likely not spy devices. At his first extensive remarks on the mysterious objects in American airspace, Biden, B-Day, says that I can hear like a weird interference. Can anybody else hear like there's someone talking in the background? Can anybody else hear that? Or is it just me? Jane, can you hear it?
I can't hear it. I was reading from what RIS Illusion just wrote, and that's very telling. I did not know that.
It's really subtle. Let me just get into the chat and I'll have a look what he's just said. Okay. Raz says there are only 2 professions immune to social security taxation: school teachers and railroads. Interesting. One company's story is separate from the other. There's definitely something very, very strange going on.
Yeah, and it says that's why the federal government says the railroad is on its own, because the railroad workers are immune from, or they don't have to pay any of those taxes into Social Security.
And also, what I was going to say was, I know that the US have been really, really, what the talking. I can keep on hearing interference as well. Maybe it's old 77 again. Yeah, I've been hearing it, says Bridget Blaine. It sounded like Tippy. Oh, that could be me pressing buttons. Listen, can you hear that? That's me. But no, I can hear like someone talking in the background. I hear it at your end. Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from though. Let me just go into my audio settings. Hold on. Audio. I'll do the automatic volume thing and see if that helps. Let me know. Testing. No, it's not that. I've just turned the microphone down a bit, but it's not where it's like someone's talking back to me. How bizarre. Well, I've got echo cancellation on, people, so I apologize if it's really irritating you. Let me just mute Jane and see if it goes. One sec. Okay, so I've just muted Jane. Hello, testing. Yeah, it's gone. How bizarre. So when Jane's muted, it doesn't do it. This is what it does when Paz is on as well. So I've unmuted Jane now and it's back. So it's something to do. It's echo spill. Yeah. I don't know why it does it when Paz is up as well. It goes when I mute Jane. I don't know why. So what we're going to have to do is keep muting Jane whenever I speak, which is just going to be annoying as hell.
Or do you want me to come out and come back in?
Yeah, try that, Jane, hon. Yeah, well, Jane's going to go and come back. Sometimes that sorts it out. No, it's echoing. I bet it's gone again now because Jane, it does it to Paz. Okay, so B-Day has just come out and said that the 3 latest objects are likely not spy devices. He says that they are unrelated to the Chinese spy balloon and were most likely tied to private companies, recreation, you couldn't make this shit up, or research institutions. What? So he's saying it's Jane's back. Let's see if it's gone now. Hello, Jane. Welcome.
Hi, I hope it's gone.
Has it gone? I think it has, Jane. I can't hear it. Hello, Paz. How you doing? Testing.
Hi,
Yeah,
Pat.
it's gone.
Good.
Hello, Paz. You're very welcome up. Underbelly's been quite quiet on this UFO thing. I bet he doesn't know what to think of it, does he? So there, apparently we've got some. I think we might have his interview. I don't know how much of it you'll be able to suffer, but I don't know if we've got any volume. Where's the volume gone?
North American Aerospace Defense Command,
Blimey.
so-called NORAD, closely scrutinized our airspace, including enhancing our radar to pick up more slow-moving objects above our country
I struggle
around
really
the
do.
world. In doing so, they tracked 3 unidentified objects, one in Alaska, Canada, and over Lake Huron in the Midwest. We don't yet know exactly what these 3 objects were, but nothing right now suggests they were related to China's spy balloon
Chinese
program
have told him
or
to
that they were
behave.
surveillance
Stop
vehicles
blaming them.
from any other country. The intelligence community's current assessment is that these 3 objects were most likely balloons tied to private companies, recreation or research institutions studying weather or conducting other scientific research. We don't have any evidence that there has been a sudden increase in the number of objects in the sky. We're now just seeing more of them, partially because the steps we've taken to increase our radars, to narrow our radars. And we have to keep adapting our approach to dealing with these challenges. That's why I've directed my team to come back to me with sharper rules for how we will deal with these unidentified objects moving forward, distinguishing between those that are likely to pose safety and security risks that necessitate.
So what he's trying to say is that it's not the Chinese. Someone has given him a kick up the bum and said that don't blame the Chinese, okay? Don't blame the Chinese because the Chinese have got a lot over this guy's head, okay? They can just they Hunter Biden and all that shit. The reason why the Americans in the West won't stand up to the Chinese is because they can just reveal it all. I think once he's gone, that's when it will start to come out. So basically, he's saying that it's not China, it's not aliens, it's private company. Like, come on, you couldn't make this up, Jane. Any thoughts, sweetheart?
I think it's outrageous to say that it's private companies or recreation balloons or whatever it is. I think that's an excuse.
It's literally the only thing they can say now, can't they? What else can they say at this point?
Well, I had heard, whether it's true or not, that the rumor is that the object that was taken down over Lake Huron, it took 2 Sidewinder missiles to bring it down.
Yeah, well, I did hear that they were very expensive missiles.
That's no balloon that just popped. It wasn't a missed. It took 2 to bring it down.
Well, we've seen it, didn't we? You sent me the footage. Thank you. Hello, Tams, darling.
Well, that one was over Alaska, but the one over Lake Huron, there's no video that I've seen. None.
Yeah. And we know that, like, again, that the balloon as well, that looked faked. That really did. Paz, you're very welcome. What day is it anyway? Is it Thursday? So Paz has probably just been to work. What time is it now? I bet Paz has just got home. Paz, you're welcome up. I'll be on for another 30 minutes and then I'll probably be coming off because I'll want to come to bed. I see Cynthia, I'll have a look at it. Thanks. I'm just reading chat. I agree. I think Obama's in charge as well. I'm genuinely, I'm still shocked to this day that this guy is in charge of anything. The fans come on again. How bizarre. Honestly, I am still in shock to this day, Jane. That
Yeah.
Are you in shock? Do you know anybody that voted for him, really?
Oh, yeah, I do. That one group that we're in, there's many people over there that voted for him.
Really?
Oh, almost every one of them.
I just
You didn't know that, huh?
Even the Democrats are now turning on him. They want him gone as well.
Well, his approval rating is in the toilet. That's why. If he is inept. He belongs in the old folks' home, and he can come out at the holidays and everybody can go around him and he can tell one of his stories and they can go laugh at him and go, oh yeah, that's right, Uncle Joe. And then he can, be fed his pudding. it's amazing that he's president.
It really is. I don't think there's enough people that vote. They're saying that, hello, Alan Edge. They're saying that he got more votes than Obama did, you know, and he got more votes than Trump did, and yet still got in. It just beggars belief. It really, really does. So anyway, so that's the latest. They blame it on private. Thing is, who else can they blame it on? They've tried to hint that it's Russia without any evidence whatsoever. Now they're trying to say they said it was China, and China said no, it's not us. And now he's having to say he believes it's private companies. Like it, I just don't know. I really don't know. Nobody knows what they are.
No, because anytime that these private companies, and I'll let you know, anytime these private companies, and some of them do, and meteorology companies, they will send up hot air balloons. They do it. But if they're going up in the atmosphere, for one thing, they have to notify the airports and the FAA.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's
So
the thing. They have to.
yeah,
They have to tell them.
Yeah, it makes no sense that it's private companies, because if it is, they're doing something that is federally illegal, and they need to be sought out and arrested.
Exactly.
And so I don't believe it.
And also, as well, the Lake Huron one, they said that it showed up on the radar the day before, and then it vanished from radar, and then it didn't show up on radar again. Then they had to. I've actually found. Let me just see if I can find it. I'm going to talk about Bill Gates in a sec, but I actually did find the audio, and I'm sure I emailed it. The actual audio of them talking to it, the guy who could see it was actually saying, what is, yeah, I think I found it. Hang on a minute. Let me just get this up. Before we go on to Mr. Masturbates, let me just play you this. Okay, so
that's the one, the Lake Huron one, is where they said it took allegedly 2 Sidewinder missiles to bring it down.
So this has been released now. So I want to just see if I can find it. Hold on, here it is. Okay,
and they were shutting down airspace over Lake Superior or Lake Michigan that day before it was even shut down.
And that because they've now admitted that it was because this object actually showed up on radar. They've admitted this now. That it showed up and then it disappeared again. Tom, hello Penny, I am new, but had my ear on you. Can call me Top Cat. Hello Top Cat, welcome. Have you been here before? I seem to recall a Top Cat many years ago. Okay, so I've turned the volume up as much as I can, guys. So this is a 59-second. This is the actual audio from the pilot who was sent to shoot the object down over Lake Huron. I'm really good at that now. And we're going to hear he couldn't identify it. Now, again, if this was a private company, like Jane said, it just wouldn't be happening. They have to get permission. It would be on the flight radar. And also, this appeared and disappeared again off radar. They thought it was an anomaly. There's something going on. It's either it is some sort of UFO craft, or it's US military doing it to themselves. I don't know which anymore. I've not ruled out anything in this day and age. Okay, so we've got 59-second call. Turn the volume up and let's listen to the pilot trying to identify the UFO over Lake Huron.
I don't really know what. I couldn't see anything up so low. I didn't see it outside my eyes. It definitely looks like something, there's some kind of object that's suspended in the air. It's hard to tell. It's pretty small. I cannot see it outside my eyes. 1-1 in the targeting pod. You can see something. I can't tell if it's metallic or what. And there's, I can see like lines coming down below, but I can't see anything below it. 1-1. Looking outside, it's kind of like a blackish. I'm going to call it like a container. I can't really tell though what the shape is. It's just so slow and so small, and you can't see it until you're so close. I'd honestly be worried about hitting it before you knowing it was there. almost like a octagon shape. I'm going to call it a balloon. You can definitely see strings hanging down below, but I don't see anything below it. It's pretty small. I don't know, size of like a four-wheeler or something.
Did you hear that, Jane?
I did. I don't know what to make of it. It
You want
sounds
me to
like,
play it again?
yeah, could you?
Okay, here we go. Okay, it's very difficult to make out. So if I
Well, I'm going to call it a balloon. I don't really know what.
I'll mute myself
I
as
couldn't see
well.
anything
So
up there below. Definitely didn't see it outside of my eyes. Definitely looks like something, there's some kind of object that's suspended in the air. It's hard to tell. It's pretty small. I cannot see it outside of my eyes. 1-1 in the targeting pod. You can see something. I can't tell if it's metallic or what. And there's, I can see like lines coming down below, but I can't see anything below it. 1-1. Looking outside, it's kind of like a blackish. I'm going to call it like a container. I can't really tell though what the shape is. It's just so slow and so small, and you can't see it until you're so close. I don't have to be worried about hitting it before you know it was there. It's almost like a octagon shape. I'm going to call it a balloon. You can definitely see strings hanging down below, but I don't.
That's odd.
Forgot I was muted. Did he just say something about some strings hanging down below? If you just listen, this guy sounds perplexed.
The octagon shape. I'm going to call it a balloon. You can definitely see strings hanging down below, but I don't see anything below it.
Strings hanging down below, but I don't see anything below.
It's pretty small. I don't know, size of like a four-wheeler or something.
I just don't know what to say. There's something going on here, and again, and they've all of a sudden stopped talking about it, like they're trying to not worry us. Top Cat, no Penny. I send you messages in 2 days. Who are you? Are you a friend or foe? Is the question. There are people that come in here trolling. I'm not interested in trolls. I'm not interested in bullshit. I just want to add as well that people releasing private messages from 2 years ago. First of all, I will be privacy striking. And secondly, if I supported somebody 2 years ago who I thought was a good person, and I've since found out they are no longer a good person, then that evidence from whatever time ago means sweet FA. Jane, have you got any thoughts on that? People releasing audio from me? Sometimes people find out what people are and they change their mind. The irony is that the people that are doing this now are now running around with people that they were trashing a year ago. The irony of it, Jane. But it's okay for them. Just wanted to add that in.
Yes, I've seen people that have misused, have edited, and outright lied about your audio. Putting it in context that it wasn't even in, have clipped it to make you say things that you never said in real life, to take pieces of audio out of context and then try and use it against you. I've seen it all, and it's just people who are miserable and they have no life.
No, they don't. And I just wanted to add that in because there's so much like at the moment, and they really have got, like, I don't want to give them any more airtime, but I just wanted to make this statement now that, the people that are saying, well, I supported such and such in 2021. Look here, I've got evidence that you liked this person in 2021. Well, that's because I didn't realize that person. I've changed a lot. I'm using my discernment now, and I can see straight through people, and I will never have the wool pulled over my eyes again. People really did mistake my empathy and use that and manipulate me. And I've learned a lot at the end of the day. And that won't be happening again. But like I just said, the people that are doing this, Jane, are now running around with people who they were trashing a year ago.
Yes, they are. Yes.
So they're saying, oh, well, you like this person a year ago. Well, you didn't like the person that you're running around with now. So what? People
Right.
change. People wake up.
Mhm.
And when I found out what certain people have done, I'm not interested in them. Yeah, Paris, exactly. We've all been there. I've thought people were good people, and then I found out they're not. So the attempt to make me out into something that it's not is pathetic. Anyway, I just wanted to add that in. I'm a very open book, like I said before, and if someone crosses me, I'll literally say it as it is, and that's it, really. Trolls don't realise people. The thing is, though, it's okay for them, though. It's okay for them. It's fine for them.
Yep.
It's fine because the person who you're exposing troll detector is now buddying up with somebody who they rang the police on twice. So what's that
Mhm.
about? Just saying. Okay, anyway, enough of that. I just wanted to make that clear that anyone showing anything of mine, if they're restreaming me or anything like that, I will be doing DMCA copyright claims. Any private messages, I will be doing privacy strikes. And that's it, really. I won't interact with trolls. I do my own thing. I don't bother anybody, and they just hate the fact that we all get on with it, really, and that we have real content. Jane, they haven't. All they do is just trash other people.
You do have real content. You have real discussions, and topics change and topics vary.
Yeah,
They don't have anything like that. They're on the same page. All they do is trash people that currently they don't like, and they'll spend hours on end doing it too.
well, when I found out that somebody was doing things to their child, then obviously I'm not going to want to be their friend anymore. Who would? Well, we
Exactly.
know who would. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's that, really. So I just wanted to put that out there, that anyone who wants to believe that I like somebody 2 years ago, I did like them 2 years ago, and I don't anymore. If anyone's got any questions, just contact me. It's really, 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 I'll thank you out of Passionate Zone. It's really pathetic. They're really, really clutching now, because at the end of the day, Jane, the truth will always win, and that's the main thing, isn't it? The truth is there.
I agree.
The
Totally.
truth is there. Well, thank you so much, Out to Passionate Zone. Okay, so we've had no more UFOs that we know of, according to this. I'm just getting this thing up now. But they are coming out now and trying to say that it was basically private companies. There's more on this, Jane. There's more going to come out on this. I just know it.
I think it's going to have to, because the explanation they've given is weak.
If anything, it's going to make people. Oh, well, thank you, Hunter. At the end of the day, if anything, it's going to make. Hello, Smurth girl. It's going to make people think it's UFOs more by coming out with these stupid things.
Yeah.
Zone hasn't got a wrench. Let me just see whether it's you. Yes, it is you.
Well, I can't believe Biden came out and said it was private companies, because anybody that has a little bit of knowledge knows that if it's private companies, then why isn't the government going against them to seek restitution, because they didn't, say that their balloon was up there. And the military has become involved, and all the money, expending that. I mean, the companies should be charged.
Jane, sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, it just makes no sense. Are you talking, Penny? Because I don't hear you. It's gone awfully quiet. Are you there, Penny? Did she have to go off group? Do you know?
Sorry.
Oh, there you
I did just say, I'm sorry, I've got to mute because Al came in. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Al just came in to tell me something about Jack. So it's
Okay, sorry.
apparently he's gone back to bed now, so he just come to let me know. Apologies about that. Yeah, I did say it. I said, "Oh, I've got to mute," and then just muted.
I heard
Sorry.
something about mute, but I lost it after that. And
Oh, okay. Apologies, Jane.
that's okay.
Before we go, I just want to touch upon this now. This hasn't been very much in the news, but this is actually on the government website. So I've got the official, so this is not speculation. This is actually on the government official website. There's the link there. And these are basically a press release that the PM met with Mr. Masturbates. He's been visiting us, Jane.
Ah, interesting. I wonder why.
Yeah, so one of your American compatriots have come over.
He's no compatriot of mine.
Can you keep him? So it says, this was yesterday, the 15th of February. It says that Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, again, he's unelected, Jane. Nobody elected him. Just saying, we don't live in a real republic, a real democracy here. We live in a banana republic. This guy here, they had a leadership contest. He lost. The woman who came in, Liz Truss, she tried to go against the globalists and get rid of some of their policies, and they actually ousted her after 6 weeks, and the media got behind it to oust her. Then this guy who actually lost, they put him instead. So we had 3 prime ministers in 6 weeks. I don't know if you guys are aware of this.
Oh, I know you had quite a few, but I like that, a leadership contest.
They called it a leadership contest, but we wasn't allowed to vote in this. Only Conservative Party members, which is our version of the Republicans, but it's not really, because there's nothing conservative about our Conservatives. Conservatives here are a centre to centre left. They're supposed to be right. And our version of the Democrats, the Labour Party, are left to far left. We don't have a right-wing patriotic party in this country anymore. Both major parties sold out to the WEF, the World Economic Forum, and that's it really. I have a fat friend called Benny, says Top Cat. Congratulations, I'm very happy for you.
Well, it makes me wonder, if you have leadership contests, how democratic the UK really is.
It's not democratic at all.
What democracy, There
isn't any. So basically, Boris Johnson got voted in December 2019. We had a general election. Hello, in my honest opinion, welcome. So basically, we had a general election. Boris Johnson got in. Then the plague happened, that we knew was all a setup. And when it first started, Boris was like, let's keep calm and carry on. And, let's ignore the lockdowns. And then it was so bizarre, Jane. And people can call me a conspiracy theorist all they want, but something very bizarre happened. Because Liz Truss, whether you think she's awful or not, she was actually bringing conservative policies, which is tax less and spend less. That's just how it is. So basically, Jane, Boris Johnson come out and said at the beginning of the old plague-a-roo that we're not going to lock down and we're going to keep calm and we're going to carry on. And then all of a sudden, randomly, he ends up disappearing. They said he was dying from the plague. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I remember that.
Then he come back 2 or 3 weeks later, the complete opposite, a complete lockdown zealot. Now, I still think that they replaced him. People can laugh at me. I don't care. Cloning is real. They cloned a sheep 40 years ago. What do you think they can do now? Right? He came back and he was different, Jane. He was a different person and his eyes were very close together. Very, very good point, Smurfer whatever. I know you've changed your name again. It's very, he went to have a great reset in hospital. Now, they either threatened him, bumped him off and replaced him with a clone, or somehow MK Ultra'd him. They did something to him, right?
I would go for threaten personally, but
really, well,
yeah.
You know me, anything's open. you
Well,
know,
because they did the same thing to Trump.
yeah, Trump was turned into the pro.
Yeah, he was just everything's fine, and we're not gonna shut down or anything. And then it was like, well, we're only shut down for 2 weeks,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
we'll be open by Easter and at the end of April.
You
And
can laugh at me.
yeah,
Sorry, they're laughing at me, Jane. They're
they're
laughing at me.
laughing at you.
They're laughing with me, according to Sid. No, they're laughing at me. Look, I I I have everything on the table, okay? Everything's on the table. I hope I'm a friend, Penny. Good night. When are you on next? Well, I hope you are a friend as well. Maybe tomorrow night. I'll see. Okay, we'll aim for tomorrow night. It's sometimes difficult because I'm a full-time carer for my autistic little boy, and I'm also not too good myself. So I do my best to try and stick to, but it's sometimes difficult to plan. But I will go for tomorrow night, and then we'll take it from there. How's that? Okay, so I just want to read this out because this to me is rather concerning. It's extremely. Yeah, do you know what, Daffy? It's so in depth that I have been searching, and my brain hurts. All of it's something really strange going on. It's almost done. I apologize for the delay. I really do. Like Adrian Allen has been in contact again. Like he just does Alex Belfield. I run 2 channels, and then I've got my little boy's channel as well. So I do my best. Okay, so I apologize. It is so in depth. I might have to do it as a live. I don't know. I'll just please bear with me. It should be out this weekend. There's something really weird happened about a week before she got rid of the pub, which I can't get my head around, and I'll explain it in the video or the stream. So
You have to,
bear
because I
with
don't know
me.
what you're talking about.
Oh, Alex Belfield. Something really,
Oh,
really
okay.
strange. Yeah, people want me to do a video. I will release it. Like I say, what I'll do, I'll try and get it finished tomorrow and get it out tomorrow, because once I release it as well, you'll see. But a bit like what happened last time when I went into that group. Once I expose, then I will not be able to get any more information. There is a method behind waiting, but patience is a virtue. Anyway, yeah, Bojo's dad. Okay, so I just want to read this out here, Jane, because this is very vague but very worrying. It goes on. Bill Gates has been here to discuss the UK's innovation leadership in low carbon technology and life sciences, and to attend the launch of Clean Tech for UK. We need to research this. A coalition of leading clean tech entrepreneurs and investors committed to working together to supercharge the UK's green economy. Again, this guy is not qualified to do any of this. He just
No,
invented
he's not.
a computer.
Yeah.
During their bilateral meeting, the PM, again unelected, and Mr. Masturbates discussed strategic challenges facing citizens in the UK and the rest of the world, as well as the opportunity for the UK to lead a global push for innovative solutions across energy security, food, and global public health.
Good God.
Following their meeting, they spoke with 3 promising UK clean tech startup companies at the forefront of unlocking zero carbon innovations in energy and agriculture, showcasing the UK's capacity to lead the world in building a cleaner, more secure future. Right, so read through all the bullshit of that. And again, that's the official press release. But we're going to have other people that are talking about this. Basically, I would say that we need to look into this clean tech thing and see who's behind it. But I know, happy days. But the way that I see this is He's talking about global food supply. Is he trying to buy up our farmland like he did in America? Because he's the biggest farmland owner now in America, because he bought it all up to put his bugs in. You will eat the bugs. Okay, listen to this now. This is in the Daily Mail. So, goes on here, Mr. Sunak's father-in-law, that's our unelected prime minister, he's a billionaire businessman who has met, listen to this, Mr. Master Bates, several times, and has been dubbed the Bill Gates of India for his software company Infosys. So basically, his father-in-law, who is a billionaire, again, unelected, he looks like Pob, but most people don't know Pob is. That, I'm sorry, but is anyone starting to see that this is a female to male? Or is it just me? I think that his wife Melinda is a dude, and they are swapsies. I'll show you in a minute why I think that. Good night. Do I know you? Do you know me from before? You sound familiar. Top Cat, I'm really a good friend. Do I know you? He's bugging me now. Let me just go to your channel. Right, well, you're not on my block list, which is good. Do I know you? You seem to know me. I don't like surprises. Do tell. Yeah, they got separated. So if you look at his face here, right, I really do think that is a female to male. I've always said it. People again will laugh at me with my clone stuff, but you know, there he is in his younger days, like Tony Blair. Oh, look at this, Jane. So that's the father-in-law. That's our prime minister, who's an elected father-in-law, a billionaire.
Oh, really?
Interesting. Yes, and look at his mates, look.
Oh.
And he's a billionaire, and he's a billionaire. Can you see how corrupt this country is? The UK, it's worse than worse than America.
It's corrupt here too. It's corrupt here too, Penny.
Yeah, but we didn't even vote this guy in.
Well, yeah. Well, there's debate about Biden and Trump too, but I can't get into that because that's
we didn't
problematic.
Even have an election, though. Like, let's say that Biden steps down tomorrow and you have a leadership contest. So only the people in the Democrat Party can vote. And only the people, not just the party, only the people that are sitting in the House can vote. You've got to be a member of that party and sat in the Senate. They vote.
Yeah.
This is how dodgy it is. So that, let's say they vote for Kamala Harris, right? Let's just say, for example, they vote for her, and she starts bringing in policies that the globalists don't like. And so 6 weeks later, the person who she went up against, the last two in the running for who's going to be in charge, the person who she was up against and she beat topples her, and the media get behind it, and the media topple her as well, and just destroy a character. Then the person who lost, let's just say it's Michael Obama, for example, Michelle Obama. Mm-hmm. She comes in and says, I'm president now, and then we have to all accept that. You guys would not put up with this, but we have to. Why?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a democracy of the people.
It's not. It's really not. And I don't think you guys realize over there how bad it is.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have known that, I don't think.
No. I mean, we have a chain of command, as they say. So we know people in certain positions, if something happened to the president, who the next in line and the next in line, and so on and so forth, until there would be the general election, which is held every 4 years.
Well, I think that they should call it now. I think that because of all this mess.
Well, that's the thing. We don't have anything, which is odd when you guys say call for an election. We have an election for every 4 years. No ifs, ands, or buts.
we got rid of that. We got rid of the Fixed Term Parliament Act, which meant that it was every without fail every 5 years. Now it can be any time between certain. Hello, Daz. I don't know you, Penny, but I only follow your channel and I'm all good. But you said you're going to contact me in 2 days. I don't understand. You are very mysterious, Top Cat. Jane, what do you make of this person here? He says he's a very good friend and he's going to contact me in 2 days.
I don't know. You know who I'm thinking of.
No.
With a hat and a cat.
Oh, yes. Why
That's
did
who
I
right
get
away I thought
Jane?
of. Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, I thought of that person right away.
Oh, he says I don't know him. Okay, Jane, I'm a little bit blonde tonight, clearly. Please scroll back if Bates. Okay, I'm gonna scroll back for Bridget. Are you that person? Do you know Jane? How you doing, Darren? Good to
I
see
mean,
you.
I could be wrong. It just is the thing that immediately came to mind to me.
Well, he's been very quiet, hasn't he? That person who you're talking about.
Yes, they have, haven't they?
Hope it's okay. Okay, so I'm coming back up. What does Bridget want? Night. Oh, good night, Daffy. Look out for my video. And I will message. I will email Adrian back. He did email me the other day. It's been all this alien stuff, you see. I have got another channel, Daffy. If you're into anything paranormal or anything like that, check out the Curious Bunny. You might not be into it, but good night, Daff. Take care. What am I looking for again? Please scroll back and see if Gates has got a dog face on his shoulder. That's where. Which picture? This one? A dog face?
Huh?
Where? Yeah, I agree, Blackjack. You're probably right. What am I looking at? I don't know. This is all very dodgy, Jane. This is getting worse and worse.
Oh, well, English bottle cap, real quick. He's saying Lyndon Johnson was an unelected president. He was unelected because the way it's set up here, if anything, during that 4-year term happens to the president, then the next in charge is the vice president. And Lyndon Johnson was Kennedy's vice president. So he then, so he then stepped into the role to finish out the term, and then there was the election held for the next 4-year term, and he ran and he did win that election. So he stood in the place of Kennedy, and then he did win the following election.
They don't do that here. They don't.
Yeah, and the same thing would happen if anything would happen to Biden, which, you know, I'm not a big fan, but do I really want Kamala Harris in there? Because she'd be the president.
They have a leadership contest. They don't do that. They
but here in the United States.
Oh,
yeah. That's sweet.
Thank you, darling. Are you a dude?
Yeah, but if anything here happened to Biden, Kamala Harris would be the president.
Yeah, automatically.
Until the next election is held. Yeah, that's how it works.
Just to say, Louis, as well, thank you so much. I do post on my, if you go to my membership, if you go to where my community tab is, if you go to my membership tab, I do put some stuff on there just for members. So you will see more bunny stuff. Have you noticed, have you had a look, Jane, since you become a member, that I do post on there?
Yes, you do. I've been getting notifications when you send little, shorts and pictures over. It's really cool.
Yeah, and you can go back historically as well. If you look back, there's quite a few, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
And so thank you, Louis. I do try and keep the membership updated. I was talking to Al the other day as well, but I just want to say a thank you to all the members. What I want to start doing as a thank you is giving something back to the members. And I was thinking about doing a t-shirt, but the problem is with doing a t-shirt is because I've got members all over the world, Canada, UK and America, it's going to be much easier for me and for everyone if I can give away something that's digital. Yeah. So I was talking to Al, and what I'm going to start doing is doing a £10 Amazon gift voucher, because then if you're in whatever country you're in, I can buy it for your country. So I can buy a Canadian one if you're in Canada, and an American one, and then I can buy a UK one if you're in the UK. So you can use it in your country. And I'm going to start be doing a giveaway. Like, it's either going to be every month or every 2 months, just for the members. So I need to just work the fine things out. I'm in Central America, says Lou. Are you a guy or a woman? I don't want to offend you. I know that you've got Bunsters, haven't you? Jane, what do you think about doing some sort of like giveaway to say thank you to the members?
I think it's awfully sweet, but speaking for myself, Penny, I wanted you to not spend your money to, say thank you to members. Members are saying thank you for the content that you do, and they want to help the bunnies.
Oh no,
So,
I appreciate that, but
yeah.
I want to do something back
Aw,
and to send stuff. 69 likes. Thank you, everybody. We got there. Oh, born male. Okay. Just so I know. I only ask because I don't want to call you your darling or a dude if you're the opposite. But if you're neither, some people are non-binary. Whatever you want to be. But thank you for that, because now I'll call you a dude. Sorry to hear that, Larry. I've missed a lot of comments, it seems. I apologise. I believe she has to be confirmed and be blocked by the speaker. DJ Rockford seems to know. Again, thank you, Shirley. You can help the bunnies. It's coming up to the big hay order as well, so that'll be going in. Central America. I did miss Darren's comment. Kill my dad might yeah, it's I can't really talk about it because YouTube don't like it.
yeah.
But I am just so sorry. Anyone that's been with me from the beginning, well, thank you, Louis. I really, really appreciate you. Anyone that's been with me from the beginning of all and before this as well, I have been a huge advocate against any of that. And I've never even worn a mask, Jane. I've never worn a mask.
I haven't either. I did once because I needed to see a doctor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I had to because of that. But other than that, I never did. And I would get all the time going into stores, to put it on and da 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 da. And I'd always say medical condition.
Yeah.
And they can't do anything. So I know I never wore a mask either.
No, I just, yeah. Like before any of this happened, it's not so much Brummies that call people duck. It's more north, like Wolverhampton and stuff, duck. There's not many Brummies. Brummies call women bab. All right, bab. That's a big Brummie thing. No mask here either, says Shirley. Never did, never would. Yeah.
What's a Brummie? You told me what a Scouser is. Now I need to know what a Brummie is.
A Brummie is somebody from Birmingham, which is where I'm from originally. Okay. And Brummies, have you ever heard Sid talk in the group?
Yeah, I've heard a couple things, voicemails that he's done, yeah.
He's a Brummie. He's a really broad Brummie.
Okay.
And I'm from that city, but I left there in 2011. So I'm not as broad as that.
Okay.
But some people can still hear it. Some people can't. So what Larry Weinberg is saying there, Tarara bits, see you later. That's how they speak.
Okay.
There you go. Gates supposedly was hanged in India for crimes against humanity. I've heard about all this. This is that Q stuff, though, isn't it? That they were all hung and that we're looking at clones. You could be right. I don't like. You are a Brummie. You're from King Standing. That's how they speak. King Standing. I can take the because I'm originally from there myself. Sorry,
you've got a group of you on here.
There's a group. There's Sid. There's Darren. There's another guy called Daniel here. I missed 5 family members due to, they followed all the guidelines. It's a weird virus. It hasn't hit me, but I don't feel the same. Well, look, guys, we're not allowed to talk about it. Otherwise I would. But
yeah.
They will strike me. I did. The thing is, people say to me, well, why don't you talk about this? And I did used to before. I'm going back to when this first happened. I used to talk about it all the time, and I lost this channel. I got it back like 3 or 4 months later. I think it was a bit of a fluke. I can't wear a mask because of illness. Are you a Top Cat? You still here? You said you were going. You're still here. I'm glad you are. Welcome back. Do you know Jane? Because if it is that person, he'll know you, won't he, Jane?
He would. I mean, I don't know, but that's who I thought of.
You're probably right.
I don't know.
We used to use code. We did, but even before that, I used to just talk about it. Before it got really, really,
Well,
at the very beginning.
Well, the nice thing, Penny, is that people in chat can talk about it, and you can, comment, so to speak, about their comments without saying anything, and
Yeah.
still get some ideas across.
But you guys, if you don't mind, also use code. We used to have this thing, Jane, a couple of years ago. I don't know if you've ever seen it, and there used to be Google moderators in the chats. Did you ever see that?
Yes, code does help. Yes. Even in
We used to
chat, I
have
agree. Yeah.
we used to have Google moderators in the chat, Jane. So
hmm
if people mentioned the words, the trigger words, then
Yes.
a Google moderator would delete moderators' comments. Have you ever seen that?
Yes, I have. Yes.
And the one day I wrote something in my own chat whilst I was alive, and they deleted my own comment in my own chat.
Oh, good grief.
I couldn't believe it. I screenshotted it. I've still got it somewhere. No, I don't know, Jane.
Okay.
Maybe they're undercover. I don't know. But please stop writing the COVID word, people. Can you not call it that? Because we
It
will
could be,
get in trouble.
yeah, it's the plague,
The plague. Hello, Steve at Three Souls Paranormal. Apologies. I think you have messaged me. I've been really there's all so much going on. I've been very busy. I've been out a lot. We were out again. Jack was at karate today. Even though it's half term here, he's still out, still doing all of his stuff. We were out yesterday. We were out the day before. So it's been a bit busy. Jane, he had such a lovely day on Monday, He loved it.
Oh, yeah. Some of the pictures you posted on the members channel was really fun.
I'll be putting some more up as well. And I did film some footage for a video as well for his channel, but I did put a couple of shorts up. I don't know whether you've seen them. There are some new shorts up on his channel.
Yes, I have.
He's going down the slide.
Yeah. He's just having a great time, isn't he, though?
He's so cute. And then
he is. He's adorable.
yesterday, he did his little ninja skill with his little. Did you see that? That was at Homestead class. He got this little plastic knife and he was doing his ninja skills. That was cute. Have you seen
No,
that?
I missed that one. That's funny.
He is cute. I know he's mine, but he's cute. So we need to look at this clean tech. So I'm where I've been on for 2 hours now, and it is coming up to 11. And me and Al are going to watch it. We still haven't done our Valentine's night yet because his present that was due on Tuesday didn't get delivered. They took it to the local post office that was closed yesterday. So we didn't get his present. So I says, don't give me your present until you get my present. And we've been putting it off, but we said we're going to have a late Valentine's and we're going to watch. He says, what do you want to watch? Because we're going to watch a movie. And I want to watch that new Megan movie, the one with the doll.
No.
Okay, there's a new horror out. I love horror. I'm a massive horror fan.
Okay.
Al does like horror. He doesn't like it as much as me, but he does like horror and sci-fi and stuff. And I want to watch that, so we're going to watch that in a bit.
I'm not into horror as much. I can do some of it if it's not too graphic and crazy.
Yeah, I absolutely love horror, Jane.
Do you?
Yeah, my favourite genre. I was watching The Exorcist when I was about 12 when I was
I saw that movie at 12. Oh, Penny. That is the one movie in the world that I will never, ever, ever see again.
Really?
It scared me to the core. It truly, truly did. All the things in it are real. They didn't happen, in that time period that quickly, but everything in it was real.
Well, they
And
said
hap-
it wasn't now, didn't they? I don't know.
oh
I don't
no,
know.
no, all those things have happened.
Well, I
Um,
watched it on
it,
my own.
it
I was 12.
yeah, but it scared me so bad. I had a teacher at one point, and they said that they had seen that, and he was a non-believer in any. He didn't believe in God. He was an atheist, and he went and had his daughter baptized after seeing that movie. He was so
Really?
scared. Yeah, yeah.
She said, what have I've clicked something wrong here. Sorry, hold on. I'm
Oh,
reading
thank
the
you,
chat at
Louis.
the
It
same
scares me
time.
too. Louis
What?
Morales, it scares him. Yes, it's frightening
Well, I
to me.
watched it and I wasn't scared. The only thing that's ever scared me is oh no, Raz. Oh, I've just knocked the microphone. Sorry. I just want to have a look at the site. You know, the emblems of this company, because sometimes that can be quite telling as well. Okay, so they're saying here that they left me a comment. I did send you a message. How did you send me a message? I'm behind, obviously. I'm just want to see what all this is. Nordic Clean Tech. You've got all this. This
I
is
agree, English bottle cap, that old horror films can lose their scariness after a decade or two, but I still never want to see The Exorcist ever again. I don't.
I bet
It
you
was
wouldn't
all
find
real
it
things.
scary.
Those things all did happen.
Jane, I don't think they happened in real life.
Yes, they did.
I'm trying to not scare you here.
No, they did happen in real life.
Really?
Yeah, and there is gosh, I should send it to you if I still have it pegged. The Catholic Church still does exorcisms.
I've heard
And
that. I have
there
heard that.
was a priest that was talking about it because he does exorcisms. And he wasn't talking about The Exorcist, the movie, but he's seen levitation. He's seen all the things that happen in The
Really?
Exorcist. Yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why when Lucy knows things about people, usually that's not in a good vein that something would know something that personal about you. It's not something that is a good thing.
Yeah. Well, she
Yeah.
did say that aliens were coming, didn't she? Other beings are coming, and then we're definitely going to do a horror movie night where we're going to just chat. I used to put movie nights up, but the last time I did it, YouTube said that I'm not allowed to do it again, told me off. So I thought, right, do I make a new channel or do I just leave it a couple of months and then try again?
Mm.
So I did upload the Mist. Someone just typed the Mist in chat. See, yeah,
Sid has
horror.
Sid has backed me up that it was a true story.
Jane, you liked some of my horror movies, though, didn't you? That I put on. You did
Yeah,
love.
a couple of them I did watch because if they're campy enough, I can do it. I know that a lot of people think that The Exorcist is campy, but those were real events. They really have happened. And I'm not into that.
Well, I absolutely just say I love horror. I did my first ghost hunt that I did when I was 20. How old was I? 27-ish. I went to a castle in Birmingham, well, Dudley, and I actually got into a Roman coffin that Yvette Fielding got in on Most Haunted, and I went in that, and I said, turn all the lights off, leave me on my own, and they all left me in this Roman coffin, and I wasn't scared, and I was
Okay.
hoping something was going to happen. There's a picture somewhere of me. I'm going to have to pull it out, Jane, and show it you.
Did you have an experience when you were in the coffin?
No, nothing happened. It was really boring.
Oh,
Though I
see,
did see some orbs coming out of the wall and floating back into the wall, but that
now,
wasn't in the coffin. That was when I could come out of the coffin into the next
now
room.
I'm considered empathetic, okay,
Yeah.
and a sensitive. And when I'll tell you, I've had many experiences throughout my life, which someday maybe we can talk about. But
We'll do a paranormal show soon on the other channel.
yeah,
Definitely.
but you brought up the castle thing. I visited England. This was in the mid '90s, and I went to Warwick, Castle. Okay. And I,
What was it?
I,
Do you know?
I went down
Oh,
in the
Warwick. You went to Warwick Castle?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's not far from where I'm from. I've been to Warwick Castle loads of times.
Well, I went down in the dungeon.
Isn't it cool?
Well, and there's actually in the wall, in the stone where people that were hung there, you can see where finger marks are, where they, were trying to grab something because they were being hung, from the wall. And I put my hands in those finger marks.
Wow. You were brave.
And right away, it was like I could barely get out of there. That's how bad it was. It was overwhelming. It was so absolutely desperate. The feeling was so desperate in me. And it was almost like I blacked out. The room was starting to be, turning on me. I could barely get out of there quick enough. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Well, that was very brave of you, though. I like the only reason why I stopped it simply is because they kept on removing. They didn't strike me. I liked it as well, but it's a lot of effort. I was going in downloading all these films. I had to pay for extra storage to download them on. Then I was uploading them. It was taking days, and then YouTube would be like,
Did I
"Oh,
get kicked out?
well, you're not doing that." Was that you talking then, Jane, or was that Lucy then? Jane. Oh my God, Jane.
Did I get kicked out?
You're there, but we heard talking. Lucy. Is it Lucy?
Well, I had a call coming in, but nobody said anything because I wouldn't let it do anything. Are you kidding me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Without me, because I'm going to show it again. I'm going to try. Sorry, are you still there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know. I had a phone call coming in and I stopped it, but it didn't kick me out, surprisingly. But I didn't say anything. And the phone never picked up, so a person couldn't have said anything. Are you saying that something came across again?
I heard talking, Jane.
Gosh, not again.
We'll look into this when we're live next. So it was around the 2-hour 5-minute mark. We will we'll play it back. 2-hour 5 minutes, because I'm going to end this now, and we'll listen back, because I definitely heard talking again, Jane, and it didn't sound like you.
Well, yeah, and the phone never picked up. It was just a ring, and I don't have voicemail. So it can't be me talking because I have no voicemail. And this person never connected because I never connected with their phone call. I dismissed it. So it couldn't have been them talking either.
That was weird. That was weird. I heard a woman's voice and it wasn't Lucy. Yeah, I did as well, Bridget. We'll look into it tomorrow night. I'm going to look into these. I'm going to do a video or a stream next time, because this is that clean tech who built Mr. Masturbates was discussing with Rishi Sunak, the unelected prime minister. He was celebrating this clean tech. Now I'm looking into this. Don't watch The Mist, guys, because I'm going to be showing it on my other channel. That's the one I was trying to show. Now, how come it's available on YouTube, but when I upload it, I get told I can't play it? Yeah, it's on YouTube. So don't go and watch that without me, guys. The Mist. I'm going to show it on my other channel. I'm going to try again. So nobody go and watch that, okay? I've already got it ready to go. I just had to wait a bit for the YouTube to forget about me. Okay, so this is clean tech lithium. Now look at this, right? 1.5 million tons of lithium carbonate equivalent at Laguna Verde. So basically, 3 lithium projects. These people are raping the earth of lithium, is what they do, to make batteries. Our purpose is to produce the greenest battery grade lithium for the electric vehicle future. So this is why I get so sick about this. They don't want us to use coal, yet we're importing coal from China. They won't let us use our own coal, but they are raping the earth of its much needed minerals, right? To get this lithium that only lasts for 10 years in a battery.
Oh, in how they have to process it, because they're processing it over in China, of course. They
Yeah,
don't have the emission controls, and it's nothing but black smoke barreling out all over the place.
yeah. And then you've got the children that are going down the mines to do it. But
Yep.
none of this is being spoken about. Oh, it's all right, Cynthia. I don't mind. No,
There's no
no.
such thing as clean energy.
Yeah, it's not clean, nothing clean about it. And to
No.
put these big windmills in, they're digging up all the forests. They're popping up everywhere by me as well. They want to do the biggest one in England down the road from me. They want to rip up acres and acres, miles and miles of greenbelt land,
Mhm.
and put in all these big windmill things, whatever they're called. So this is this company. Now, we need to look into all of this, I think. They've
Well,
got three.
and over here, our electric grid couldn't handle it. Now,
No,
you've probably heard in California for years they do brownouts, to where they have to do rolling energy blackouts because there's not enough energy that they can produce for everybody when, like, it gets too hot.
Mm.
And well, believe it or not, we had a
Oh,
brownout in Columbus last year when the weather got hot. And our electric
sound
grid could
going
not
down,
handle the
going up,
load.
isn't
Yeah, it's
That was
nuts.
weird,
So
Jane.
there's no way that if we all had electric cars, we could even charge them.
No, that was weird, Jane. You were like you're underwater then.
Huh.
Hello?
Well, I'll tell you what, Penny, I'm going to go ahead and get off because you're going to end it soon.
I am. I'm going to end it now. That was weird. Did anybody else hear that? Yeah, Tam's heard it. Wow, that was bizarre.
It's not that way now.
No, it's gone fine again. But I do
Oh.
think we need to look into this, guys. I think we need to look. I'm going to do some research. This is interesting. This is Imperial College London, who just so happened to be the same place that made all the models to get us locked down. So this
Yeah.
Imperial College London, a part of it all, it's supported by Bill Gates, Breakthrough Energy, and organized by Clean Tech Group. So these are all the billionaires of the world getting together to endorse this clean bill. Yeah, this was 24th of October 2022. Bill Gates throws support behind new European clean tech scale up coalition. 8 European clean tech companies have joined hands to raise all ships when it comes to putting Europe in the driver's seat. So look at these plebs here, look. Yeah, and there's him.
Yeah.
Can't stand him.
No, I can't either.
Notice they're all white as well. These are all rich billionaires. They're usually white, looking down on everybody else, but yet they pretend to be diverse. But when you look at the people causing all the trouble, it's usually white, posh, middle upper class people, isn't it? Look at this. These are the 8 companies we need to look into. There's one that's English. The Germans are in there, an Irish company, Dane, Sweden. They're all in there. Look, these 8 companies. I wonder who's funding them.
Yeah,
So
follow the money. Yeah.
Follow the money, and that's where we'll find out. Anyway, I'm gonna end this now, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. We've covered a lot tonight, haven't we, Jane? We've managed to cover quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, we really have. Thank you for allowing me on as usual. I appreciate it, sweetheart. You're great.
Thank you, Jane, because you've been fantastic in. I didn't know hardly anything about this, so you've really, really helped. Thank you, and you gave
Thank
us
you.
all the details, and I'm sure. Can we all thank Jane for her
Oh,
bringing all that information, please? And
the
also,
chat is just so nice. They really
oh,
are. Thank you for being so kind to me, chat, and having some good questions too. I
yeah,
appreciated that.
good
Yeah,
questions. If we can all thank Jane. Jane, did you see on that video that I did on the Curious Bunny? I did a little thank you. I don't know if you noticed it.
I did. That was sweet of you.
I stuck it in there. I thought, I wonder if she's going to get embarrassed. Sorry, I didn't embarrass
Oh,
you.
that's okay. I'm in another country. It doesn't matter.
Ah, there you
I'm
go.
kidding.
Well, I want to say thank you. Thank you, Hunter. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Darren. Thank you. He creeps me out as well. Thank you, Cosmic Wartoad, the beautiful Ellen, the lady with the gorgeous eyes, Bridget Blaine, Andy again, Troll Detector. This guy, all female, I don't know what you are, but keep bringing. It's really exposing some very evil people. So yeah, thank you. I will have to catch up, Jane. We'll try and do it tomorrow. It's been one thing after another. Take care, little Smurfs, whatever. I think we need to do a paranormal stream. Maybe tomorrow night. I'll see. I don't want to. Oh, well, thank you for coming in, Top Cat. And if I haven't replied to you somewhere, I apologise. Thank you, Troll Detector. I'm glad you've added that in the front so I can call you that and not the other thing. But yeah. I see Apple Charlotte didn't come back in. Apple Charlotte, if you're listening, sweetheart, please come back. She's been bullied out of the... I'll explain to you privately, Jane, but she's been bullied out.
Oh,
Paul from Newcastle says thanks to Jane. James 1, thank you for being here. He says thank you to Jane.
thank you.
Ellen. Louis, thank you for joining the membership. Check out the membership tab. I do update it regularly with bunnies and the child. Hunter says thank you. Good night, Penny and Jane. Thank you. Blackjack for being here and for being a member. Sid, great stream. I will thank you for the super chat, Sid. You're so kind and for being a member. Thank you, mate. Thanks, Penny and Jane, says Pink Roses. And Smurf the girl, whatever, who's changed the name again. I'll open up the app and message you. I've seen a thing new. Oh, yes, the Telegram. Yes, please do. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here. And I will hopefully see you all tomorrow night. And I need to get that video out as well on the Lamley because it's very interesting. Where did you message me? Was it on Telegram? Was it on Telegram? Let me know because I haven't seen it. Okay, thank you, everybody. Take care. Lots of love. Night. Bye.